girl TJ, and today I'm going to be telling you the story of how I got tricked into going to an elderly sleepover. Fun, ain't it? Ain't it fun? It wasn't fun, but that's okay, right? Anyways, I booked the flight for this trip back in February of this year. Now, my initial thought of the trip was we were going to be sightseeing, taking cute photos, eating good food in the Bay Area. Because I haven't been to the Bay since I was a little girl. And I was just excited to, revisit some old memories. But that's not what happened. Fast forward to when it's the actual day of the trip. So the first red flag was, we get on the plane safely, we arrived. But when we got to the Oakland airport, we had an issue with the rental car, which caused like a whole hour delay. Mind you, was it an hour delay or was it more? Because I recall that we pulled up to Oakland around like 8:30. We didn't leave the airport, if I don't recall, till like 10 something. And then we didn't get to Vallejo until like 11:45. The reason of the delay was they didn't read the rentals agreement and they didn't know that you had to use a credit card, not a debit card. Luckily, the agent was like really chill and he was like, I'm gonna let it slide, but you can't do this again. It worked out in the end, but the whole hour delay was like annoying because like I was carrying all the bags. My feet was hurting. Mind you, I have two big like calluses on the palm of my feet. They're like this size. Sorry if y'all hear my family in the background. But once we get to Vallejo, they want to surprise my aunt because my aunt didn't know that I was coming. Everyone who traveled with me was my other aunt. We're going to call her Aunt Carly, and then my granny. With the house we were staying at was Aunt Bunny. Aunt Bunny Bunny got on my nerves the whole trip. We get to Aunt Bunny's house, but Aunt Bunny didn't know I was coming. So they made me come in the house last. We surprised her. And as soon as we get into Aunt Bunny's house, she make us start working. Mind you, it's like midnight by the time we settle in the house. And she was like, okay, perfect, y'all here. Y'all can go get my stuff from out the car that I got from Costco. Mind you, Costco stuff don't come in a bag. They don't give you bags at Costco. That was number one. Number two, she got one of them old school Oakland houses that got two mountains to get to the front door. And could you not, mind you, I'm an older ladies, no offense to older people. Love y'all. Y'all so cute. You little grandmas and granny and nana boos. But I had to carry majority of the stuff. And I was already tired. So I carry all the wine bottles and soda cans, big cases of soda up the stairs. I get everything in there. And I get ready to rest for the night. I take a shower, go to sleep. The very next day was my grandma's birthday. We go to this place called The Dead Fish. Weird name, but the food was pretty good. I had me some shrimp and some fries. It was pretty tasty. We're done eating, right? They want to all split the bill up. They don't really know how to do that, so I take all their cards and then I go to find the waiter so that I can finish paying the bill. Mind you, that only took 5 minutes. I come back, they're arguing about what I still don't know to this day. But all I know is Aunt Bunny uses a walker. Aunt Bunny can't really walk around too much, so that's why we had to unload her groceries for her the first day or night, because that really wasn't a day. The first night we had to unload her stuff. So Aunt Bunny, she's walking around on a walker, all fast and huffing and stuff. And so I'm I'm gonna go check on Aunt Bunny because where are you going? And so Aunt Bunny was saying that Aunt Carly was being negative or whatnot. And I was just I didn't even know who Aunt Carly was until now. Now Aunt Carly was she was quiet. She was reserved into herself. And I mean, with my family, I wouldn't blame her. A lot of tension between those two. And that tension leaded on throughout most of the trip. They all kept talking amongst each other and it was just really annoying. It was a lot of gossip and I was just pipe down. Aunt Carly's being negative, Aunt Bunny's this, Aunt Bunny. I'm just I ain't signed up for the old ladies of Vallejo now. I'm not for reality TV show. Hey guys, now this is Editor Trish. I did leave out a lot of what they were saying because this went on for like the whole period of the trip, but to sum it up, Aunt Bunny had an issue with Aunt Carly since they were like little girls, because Aunt Carly was always quiet and to herself, and Aunt Carly had an issue with Aunt Bunny because Aunt Bunny is really mean. Like, she will say like the rudest stuff. She'll talk down on you. She'll tell you what to do all the time when you don't ask. She's overbearing. And I mean, I get it. So I think there was obviously like a miscommunication growing up. And I think like Aunt Carly is so distant is because of Aunt Buddy's negative personality. But that's pretty much what was going on. Save the drama, please. Third day, that's when I found out about this whole family reunion thing. I was just like, what? I didn't sign up for that. Like, I could you not? Nothing wrong with a family reunion. That's probably not like the worst thing to happen on a trip, but I think the problem is I didn't grow up with my family. My sibling did. Like, I kid you not, like at the family reunion, like they would like bring up certain things and I'd be like, no, that's my sister, that wasn't me, that was my sibling. And it was just really awkward. Like, I just don't know them. There was a lot of disconnect, there was a lot of silence when it came to like me. It was just like, I don't know what to talk about. I didn't grow up with you. Like, you know, like I didn't even know I had this much family. Like, I thought my family was small. This is the same day as the photo shoot. Now, this was one of the few things that I was informed of. Aunt Bunny wanted everyone to wear a white shirt and like some blue jeans. I get all cute. I do my makeup. I put my shirt on. Okay, I put it on. And we get to the photo shoot. And the photographer basically tells me to move out the way. I'm like, ain't no way. It's not like I was hiding or I was off to the side. Like, I was there. He saw me. He was talking to me. Like, he pulled me in for a shot. And then he was like, okay, move back. I just want to get the siblings, which is fine. But it was, you know, I was just kind of there. And then I get it. Like, they're all getting older. You want to hold on to the picture. So that's fine, you know. He told me to move, I moved. He pulled me in, boom. But he only pulled me in once. That was it. I was just like sitting around like an NPC, like, what do I do? And like, I think the only time he like pulled me in for a photo is if my grandma asked. My grandma was like, hey, I want a photo of my granddaughter. They'll pull me in for a photo. And then I'm back off to the side. And so like, he kept doing that. Like, he just kept like not calling me in for shots. We went to different areas of the park. He wasn't calling me in. So I go in the car. I was like, it's hot. I'm done. Like, it's hot. I want to go inside. I go inside the car. We all get in the car. We go to the grocery store. The only two that go in the grocery store was my grandma and Aunt Carly. We wait for them. And while we're waiting, I told my auntie straight up, Auntie Bunny, I was like, I felt like I could have stayed at the house. Like, I wasn't in any shots. And she hits me with the, well, if you wanted to be in more photos, you should have said something. You're talking to me, right? Okay, you're talking to me, all right. Ma'am, he excused me. Like, this was y'all, right? This was y'all. I was here, right? He said, bye, bitch. Like, I don't get it, because it would have been different if I'd been like, I don't want to take a photo. I would have been like, no. But no, I was like ready. I was like, and he was like, can you move out the way? I was like, that's crazy. What she means, but like at the same time, he was talking, like he was engaging with me. He was talking to me. He was talking about the shot. He was telling me where we were going. Didn't invite me in any of the shots. Like, it was this one cute shot where it was like these stairs. He had everyone go on the stairs but me. And I'm just like, what about me? What about me? I'm over here like, hello? I get what she said. Like, I could have spoken up, but he moved me. That solidified it. Like, you saw me, you spoke to me, but you didn't put me in any of the shots. Just like, that's not making sense. Now it comes to the day of the big event. The little family reunion or whatnot. Drama continues. So Aunt Bunny was talking to everyone like they were like two the whole day. I don't know why Aunt Bunny does that. It's like just a thing. I can't even explain it. Like, Aunt Bunny, she's just annoying. Like, I don't know how to put it. Like, she's overbearing, annoying, over opinionated, like a good portion of my family, and she's rude, very rude. So my grandma and Aunt Carly wanted to have gumbo at this family event. However, Aunt Bunny already had like chicken and salad in the menu, and so she got really upset that they were adding gumbo. But mind you, they're paying for the gumbo themselves. I mean, I think Aunt Bunny did put some on it, but like they paid for a majority of it themselves. I get Aunt Bunny's point of view, like not wanting like her plans to be interrupted, but at the same time, this ain't just your plans. It was a group of people involved, so I definitely believe it could have been communicated better. But I definitely think her reaction was like dramatic. It was like overly upset for no reason. She started crying, but it's like at the same time, like I get why you're upset, but that does not give you a reason to talk down on us like that. Hey, it's Editor Trish again, and what I mean by she was talking down on us, she was upset that Carly and my grandma were cleaning up her house and getting everything set up, and she's like, you guys are just taking over my house, and she was crying. But it's like, when people are cleaning your house for free and you can barely walk, you should be grateful. Made the gumbo. I didn't eat the gumbo. I don't even like gumbo. The food was okay. And that's what I was saying earlier. I was trying to talk to my family. Couldn't really connect because I didn't grow up with them. My siblings did. Second to last day of the trip is the actual day where we sightsee. Crazy, right? Get in the car. I wasn't gonna go at first. Like, I was so over my auntie, like talking down on everybody. I helped them work the radio and set up the car. And by that point, I was like, I might as well go. So I hop in the car, drive around. She talks about the different places. We get to the Golden Gate Bridge. This is where the shit begins. Carly, Aunt Bunny, and my grandma wanted to take photos at the Golden Gate Bridge. They're taking photos, and Aunt Carly made a suggestion. She was like, hey, what if we take a photo right here? It'll be a better angle, and we can see the bridge better. Aunt Bunny starts just ripping her up. And ma'am, all she did was give a suggestion. I can't remember like what she was saying off dome, but she was just bullshitting. Like, it was so annoying. And Aunt Carly comes in the car with me. Mind you, I didn't even want to get out and take photos with her. I stayed in the damn car. I didn't want to deal with Aunt Bunny no more. Like, I was already done with Aunt Bunny. And so they finished that up. We get in the car. We on the way back to her house. Everyone's talking about food. And I'm like, ooh, a burger would sound good. My auntie goes, Bunny, she was like, we got food at the house. We're not doing that. Ma'am, who are you talking to? It's like, you just had a burger. Hold on. No, I did not have a burger. I had some chicken nuggets. Which, if I did have a burger not too long ago, why do you care? If I want a burger, I can get a burger.
Bitch, if you want a burger, eat a burger.
What's your problem? Like, I'm on vacation. Like, I think I have the right to eat what I want to eat, right? Like, I'm not finna go in your house and make a burger. Like, I didn't pay to cook. Like, that made me so mad. Like, I was sleeping with Auntie Bunny for like most of this trip, but after she made that comment, talk about you can eat at the house. We got ground beef in the freezer. You can defrost it. You really think I'm gonna do all that? No. So I packed all my shit up downstairs, and I stayed with Aunt Carly and my grandma at the bottom floor until the end of the trip. Like, I was done. I actually got to know Aunt Carly a lot within that one day. I realized we have a lot in common. Like, it was tea. And so Aunt Carly did take me to go get a burger. W Auntie. She took me to go get a burger at Nations. That burger was so juicy and like big. It hit the spot. It was exactly what I wanted. It was this candy shop where my favorite little butterscotch things were sold at, which I didn't even know. We come back and my granny's having weird dreams. Like paranormal activity dreams. It's like, I had a dream that said I was in trouble. Then I had a dream of very sexual and nasty stuff. I don't really want to go into much detail about her dreams, but just know it was like some nasty, crazy, inappropriate stuff. We had to get up really early in the morning. Like, I think I had my alarm clock set for like 2 or 3 in the morning, but before my alarm clock could even wake me up, my grandma hit to Mariah Carey high note. Like, what is you screaming for? She talked about how she had another nasty inappropriate dream, and she was like, I gotta get out this house. It's this house. This house is demonic. And so I'm like, bet, let's go. Like, I don't know what you want, but like, let's go. But I did bring out a good point. She had like nasty like photos on her wall of like men and women, you know. You get what it's like, very sensual pictures. And so I was like, maybe that might be like tying together, because my grandma was sleeping next to one of them sensual photos, and I'm like, we didn't notice them. You didn't notice them photos all over our house? But anyways, I was just like, you want to leave early? Bet, let's go. Bunny was asleep. But we started packing our shit up and started leaving. We all told Aunt Bunny bye, and before we left, we prayed outside our house at the airport, and that was like the highlight of the trip. I loved being at the airport. I wanted to go home so bad. I ain't never missed the Las Vegas desert, not one time in my life, but I actually missed it. We land, I go to work the next day, tired as can be. I was sleep deprived. It was bad. I don't even know how I made it through the day. Like, I was just... That wasn't Trish that day. That was another entity. I was like dead tired. I think, I only got 2 hours of sleep because I went to bed at 10 and I woke up at 12 because my grandma was screaming. But this is when the tea expanded. So grandma, I found out, I think 2 days later, my auntie, Bunny, asked my grandma why I had an attitude. And grandma was like, well, when she wanted to get food, you told her no. And Auntie Bunny goes, she needs to slow down anyways. I need to what? Hold on. I need to what? I need to what? Slow down. Mind you, like, I didn't even really eat real food at her house. Like, I was so scared, like, to hear, like, I'm not gonna say scared, but I did not want to hear that loud, big licked mouth of yours. So I did not cook at your house. I didn't want to touch anything too crazy. Literally, I was just grabbing at whatever was accessible. So I didn't really, like, eat at your crib. Second, I know you're not talking about my body. Like, ooh, like, you can't even walk on your own. Like, your legs are so swollen and big. You look like I'm sorry. Be nice. You don't need to be worried about my body. You should be worried about yours. Praying to God for a man, but you need to pray for the ability to walk again. Anyways, God gonna give me my husband. Honey, you're in a walker. You got bigger fish to fry. Worry about your body, not mine. Because, honey, I'm gonna eat what I want to eat. That was the story of the trip. It was a bit all over the place. Let me know how you guys would feel if you guys was in my position. Not overreacting. Was the trip not that bad? Was the trip worth like hundreds of dollars? Let me know down in the comments below. But it was very nice sitting here telling y'all my story. Hope you guys have a nice day or night wherever you are. Stay safe. Much love.